Oh, God. That sneeze last time really messed with my throat. Anyway. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Goggles TigerCon here, and welcome back to Pokemon Shield. Last time we did a whole bunch of max raids and talked about stuff and talked about why I haven't been uploading lately. When I said, oh, I'm going to upload this thing like crazy. But, yeah, this episode, we're, gonna start off with this crazy strong max raid. It's a grass type. Which means, of course, we're gonna switch to Torracat. Because Torracat is major cool. We're also gonna invite others because people are gonna want this shit. I mean, because, well, obviously. Going off the sprite, I think this is one of those spicy chili peppers. The jumpin' chili pepper. I think... Wow, I wonder. Oh well, thank you at least not using your Zacian and having the decency to pick something not broken. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. I am kind of strapped for time here, actually, because I need to get something to eat. All I've had today is a bowl of macaroni and cheese. Also, I had this really interesting idea. Yep, it's the chili pepper. I never realized, but okay, I can't believe I've never realized this. But Gossifler's cry sounds just going, what the fuck? How did I not notice that? That's funny. What the fuck? Okay, but yeah. So last episode I mentioned that I've been on a huge Five Nights at Freddy's kick since Security Breach came out. And I played the game and it causes me physical pain. Now, it doesn't literally cause me physical pain, but more like it affects me on an emotional level to the point where I actually feel physical pain. Okay, so this guy's taking a supportive role. I like that. He's helping me out. But yeah, the problem... my problem with Security Breach isn't the fact that isn't like all the bugs and stuff like that, but the fact that Steel Wool apparently didn't really think things through. And what I mean by that is they grossly underestimated the popularity of the characters. Now, if you go online and look at people who talk about the characters, especially Roxanne, like, you're going to see whole swarms of people who are like, you know, you're going to see whole swarms of people who are like, why can't we save them? Why can't we help them? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Like, why is our only option to essentially murder Freddy's friends and stuff like that? And I don't think that was their intention, because when you think about it, like they would, like, when you think about it, they had no way to know that the characters were going to be so popular and people would actually want to save them. But because Freddy is such a nice guy and the characters have so much personality, despite any of them but Freddy barely having any screen time. Thank you, Freya. But yeah, because, like, they really could not have predicted just how popular, like, the characters would be and how people would just want to go the route of, like, saving them, not having to basically destroy Freddy's friends just to get through the game. People are like, oh, hey, why can't I don't want this. People are like, hey, Steel Wool, why can't we save them? Like you could make a DLC or like a patch or something like that that gives us at least the option. And I'm just like, yeah, you could. And I'm just like, you could technically just make it a more difficult way to get through the game. Or even if you really wanted to, you could make it so we could select different characters at the start of the game. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense, but like, you could make it choice-based, you know? Like, instead of like just immediately crawling in, like instead of being like, oh hey, crawl through the vents, Gregory, go be sus and do the thing. Like instead of like doing anything, and Vanessa's like, oh yeah, I already put the others on alert or whatever. Like that would come later. Now hear me out here, right? Like, yeah, just hear me out. I don't want to fight this. I don't think I have anything that can counter fighting types yet. I really don't think I have anything that I can use. Oh, never mind, I can use Joel. What does Joel have? What does Joel have? Does he have flying type moves? He does. So I do have something I can use on this thing. Anyway. So let's say Gregory goes through all the vents and he sees all of the and he sees all the characters in their rooms doing their thing after you get, well, except for Monty, of course, and you get a feel for basically what and you get to see basically what their characters are like. You know, Roxy has self-esteem issues and she's always talking to herself, trying to convince herself that she's the best, trying to convince herself that she's liked and that she's adored by her fans. Then you have Chica, who's rocking out on guitar, doing stuff like that, so she obviously really likes music, and you can see all those pizza boxes in her room, so she likes pizza. And possibly because of all the other food stuff in her room, she's possibly a stress eater. And then you have Monty, who's just breaking shit and you can't actually see him in there. But anyway, let's say you do that. You open the door, you open Freddy's door, and then for some reason or another, because I'm too lazy to figure it out by myself, you find out, oh hey, the other animatronics are released, and they're wondering why Freddy is outside of his room. And so Freddy reluctantly tells them that he's been hiding a kid in his stomach, right? And the others are like, Freddy, you're not allowed to do that. If Vanessa catches you doing such a thing, you'll be scrapped, or whatever. Like that, and because Freddy is the leader of the band, they're like really concerned and stuff like that, because they're like, uh-oh, what if Freddy gets in trouble because Vanessa takes her job really seriously and stuff like that, and so he might actually be torn to pieces over this, because, you know, kids not supposed to be in there. It's not a safe play area. But let's say that after like Gregory basically gets locked in or whatever, like Freddy's like Freddy and his friends come to the door, and they're like, what happened? Why aren't you outside? It's like, the door closed. And then Freddy looks back at his friends, and like maybe Roxy's like, well, we can't have you stuck in here all night. That wouldn't be very good. And Chica's like, yeah, we'll help you out. And then Monty probably says a thing like, we'll destroy anyone who gets in your way, or whatever. And then like Freddy's like, you can only have one of us with. You can only take one of us with you to help. Yeah, this one, definitely this one. And then Freddy's like, you can only take one of us with you. And whichever one of us you decide to go with is going to basically change how you're going to get out of here or something like that, because, you know, Monty may have faceplates. I'm not sure if it's confirmed if he does or not, because I haven't played very far. And by that I mean I've only gotten one ending. I got the van ending. But I haven't played it through like crazy, and I haven't really paid much attention, to be honest. Also, a shiny Zoroark looks so cool. I'm not catching that thing. It's ugly. But anyway, you actually get to choose which character you get to stick with through the game. And let's say let's change the stamps to seeking. Yeah, so let's say you start off with Monty, right? Monty, I don't know if he has faceplates on his chest or not. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I didn't pay that much attention to him. Because he's not really my favorite. He didn't really stick with me. He didn't resonate. I mean, I did like the part where he pulls down his glasses and goes, rock and roll, because, I don't know. He's not really my type. But hear me out. But yeah, but anyway. Let's say you go... Okay, so you start off with Monty. He may or may not have the ability to hide Gregory in his chest. He wouldn't actually need that ability, because instead of taking on the role of like a protective guardian or whatever, he would basically take on... He'd basically be... Wait, I think it was fire. Yeah, it was fire. He wouldn't be, like, hiding Gregory in his chest cavity. He would actually be, like, actively fighting off anybody who, tried to come after Gregory. And Roxy, on the other hand, she would be able to use her X-ray vision to... She might be able to use her X-ray vision to help Gregory find alternative routes. Like, say you come across one of those doors that only Monty can break through, but you chose Roxy to go with instead. She could use her X-ray vision to help Gregory find an alternative route, like through vents or something. Chica, I haven't figured out what she would do yet, but yeah, but like give us at least, like, if not like this, like letting us pick whoever. And like when the door, like imagine, like I saw this SFM, like when the doors like open, like it wasn't just Freddy there, it was everybody. Like everybody was there trying to say, like basically being like, Gregory, that you can go now. Like, you can go, or you can stay and figure out the mission. And they were all just like looking visibly concerned when Gregory said that he wanted to stay and find out more about Vanny. Like, they actually look concerned, like, do you really want... You've been trying to leave this whole time, but now you want to stay? Are you sure? It's dangerous. I mean, now, if it were me, instead of just doing that, I would have the game start up as normal, but when you get to the parts where you have to acquire parts from them, Monty's hands, Roxy's eyes, Chica's beak, I would basically have like another more difficult way to go about it. You know? Thanks, Rockville. Who are you hitting here? I am surprised you went for that one. Of course it's a critical hit. I mean, I don't know if it would matter. I don't know if that would matter, but anyway. Yeah, so let's say you go to Roxy Raceway, right? And you gotta get, and like normally you basically do the whole thing where you basically like completely demolish Roxy, give her even worse self-esteem issues, and possibly even self-scrapping tendencies. Urges to just scrap herself. You know what I'm implying. But let's say that instead of doing that, you actually can go about it a different way. You know, let's say, I don't know. I can't figure this out on the top of my head while I'm playing this game, but I can think. But God forbid if I don't come up with entire 20-page chapters entire book chapters of stuff like this when I'm trying to fall asleep. But yeah, let's say that Roxy Raceway. Wait. No, let's use Chica as an example. Yeah, let's use Chica as an example. Let's say that instead of throwing her into the garbage masher and just completely flattening her to the point where her eyes literally pop out of her head, that was painful for me. That's what caused me the most physical pain. Emotional and physical pain to do, because Chica's my favorite. I am a Chica fanboy. Team Chicken Nugget. But, let's say that instead of throwing it into the garbage compactor, you lure Chica instead to a place where she'll actually get stuck and basically is completely harmless to you. Now, you wouldn't actually be... Now, the game wouldn't outright tell you this. It would basically hint at it, like... Let's say, for example, that you actually get, like, an entry on your Faz Watch that tells you about a time where Chica chased someone who decided to stupidly put Monty's Mystery Mix on top of a pizza, which resulted in her tripping and getting stuck, requiring her to be deactivated to remove. I did pick the right one, right? Yeah. Okay. And Freddy will be like... Freddy will say, like, oh, Chica loves pizza. And then... And Greg... And this would be like... You'd find this out when you're actually making the pizza to get Chica away from the door. So Freddy would be like, Chica loves pizza. Really? Yeah, sometimes she's so focused on pizza that she'll actually get stuck in something. And then staff has to come get her out. And so, like, that would be your clue that instead of just throwing Chica into the garbage masher, like, you could in fact find a place where you could actually get Chica stuck and unable to move because she is too busy trying to get to the pizza. And so, once you do get her stuck, you can actually run around to the back, like, and you can actually run around behind her and shut her down. Shut her down, remove the thing, I don't know, let's call it a FazNet module. No, FazNet antenna. A FazNet antenna. That's what I'm calling the network, by the way. I'm calling it FazNet. Woof. But yeah, the FazNet antenna. You can deactivate Chica after she gets stuck, run around behind her, remove the FazNet antenna using that Simon Says game. And when she turns back on, like, she's no longer hostile because she's no longer connected to the network, and thus no longer has control. She is no longer being controlled by Big Bad Evil Bunny. Big Bad Evil Bunny. I'm having a stroke. What the fuck? I swear I'm having a stroke right now. Whew. Good stuff. So yeah, like, she gets stuck, you remove the antenna, and she's no longer being controlled by the network. Wouldn't that make a lot more sense? Wouldn't that be, like, more interesting to do? Because I feel it would be. Other items. Where's my candy? There we go. Small. Extra small. Use this on Apple Jacks. 3, 4, 5. Okay, definitely need more than that. Wow, okay. Let's use 2. There we go. Ba-ba-da-bum. Let's use 3. Da-da-da-dun. 2, 3. Sorry, I stopped talking. I actually have to pay attention here. 25. 13 wants to learn Slam. I don't want to learn Slam. 2, 3. Alright, everybody's level 25. Which means we can head on back to the gym. But first, hang on, I need to see if I have any grass TMs that Applin can use. You can't learn. Applejacks don't got anything. Well, how the hell am I supposed to use you if you don't even... Forget it. I'm gonna see if I can find... Shit, wait. Why am I even using them right now? I've got Joltik. Zaparachnid. Yeah, let's move Zaparachnid over here. What? No. But yeah. Now, how would we back to the subject, back to my subject. How would we go about such a thing with let's say Montgomery? Well, I have no idea. Electro Ball, I'm keeping Absorb. Electro Web, 95 accuracy. Fury Cutter, no. That's basically tackle with less accuracy. Get out of here. I know it gets more powerful, but come on. Let's use another one. Level 23. Level 25. There we go. Everybody's level 25 now. Agility. No. Now it can heal you. There. Much better. So again, how do we go about something like that with Monty? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm stupid and I have no idea how the game works. Shun the non-believer. I don't really remember. Monty was not very memorable for me, honestly. Which station do I want to go to? Hulbury, obviously. What am I doing? Oh, hello. 2x speeds. I never used those. Anyway, I'm gonna sell these nuggets while I continue talking about Monty and Roxy. So Monty, how do we rescue him? I'd say instead of like pushing him off and basically just making like Star Wars, instead of giving him the Darth Maul treatment, let's have him fight us on the ground. Let's lure him down to the ground and fight him there to start off with. Now, of course, he's going to start chasing us all over the place because he really wants to get rid of us. Never mind. I'm stupid. I got a lot to do. I got a lot to go with there. Yes, I've done. I am doing the do. My Mountain Dew. What the? You know what? Fuck it. No one's gonna buy that anyway. So let's say we get Monty to fight us on the ground instead of way up in the rafters or whatever. So somehow we basically get him to charge at us. Basically, the boss fight would basically be just dodging his charges and his leaps and stuff like that. Also, theory. I'll talk about that some other time. But he charges at us, and he hits himself, and he hits his head, which actually causes he hits his head hard enough to cause a system restart, right? So, hang on. There's another part of the town I need to check out. So while his system is basically like powered off and he's rebooting himself in safe mode because impact. let's say that while that's happening, Gregory goes around behind and rips out the Faznet antenna. Oh, incense, in case you in case you're into that. Herb shop. No. Herbal stuff is stupid. Pokemon aren't very loyal if they hate you for feeding them bitter things. Also, it doesn't even tie into their personalities if they like bitter stuff. Like, what? When you see one of those giant Pokemon fishing in the wild area, it feels like it's either catch or be caught. Because they'll chase you. But yeah, rip out the Faznet antenna from Monty, he wakes up, he's like, what the, where am I? What am I doing here? Who are you? And of course, I'm Gregory. No, and, you know, all that stuff, all that jazz. Really? Nothing here? Could have sworn there'd be something there. Maybe, I mean, we could go in there, but we can't because, you know, Team Yell being Team Yell. I think I've found everything I need to find, but yeah. Now for Roxy, let's say we challenge her to a race. Because she's like, nobody likes a loser. So yeah, you challenge Roxy to a race, and at some point you play dirty, and you knock her cart off the track, and her cart crashes. She gets flung out, and she gets pinned underneath the cart, right? Or she either gets pinned underneath the cart, gets pinned underneath the cart, gets stuck again. I guess you could say like the whole thing is about them getting stuck, but like she gets pinned under the cart or whatever, or she like gets thrown through the pit area wall or something like that, or just stuff. I don't design games for a reason. And then of course, same thing as always, you run around, play the Simon Says game, and remove the Faznet antenna. And then she reboots, and she's like, "What? Where am I? What? Why are we at my raceway? Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck underneath the go-kart? Did I crash? Oh no, I'm a loser. Oh no!" But then you're like reassure her. She starts crying because she's embarrassed that she crashed, and you're like, no, it's okay, Roxy. I had to do it because you were being controlled by this antenna, or you know. And of course, now all of them are available to you to use. You can call them on your Fazwatch, and they'll come help you out whenever you need them to. Doesn't that make a lot more sense than be like, "Oh, hi, you're Freddy's friend. Die."
Hey there, thanks for running over and trying your mate. I'm the old guy. I see you have a fishing rod. In that case, I got the perfect pink ball for you.
I obtained a lure ball. Put the lure ball in the bag's Pokeball's pocket. Now, the lure ball is one of my top 3 favorite Pokemon designs. Even since I was a kid and I first saw what the lure ball looked like, it was always my favorite one.
You didn't really get the pressure on using a fence around. That's time to use that lure ball. I hope you don't mind if I pelvic thrust in front of you like this. It's just something I do to kids. Don't arrest me. It's the absolute best Pokeball for people who like Pokemon and love the water. Pokemon's just full of surprises, don't you think?
But yeah, that's enough talking about Five Nights at Freddy's in a Pokemon video. I mean, but anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here, and in the next episode, we'll finally start taking on the gym. See you guys then.